Hi, and welcome to the third video in the Getting Started series. This is Lisa. In this video, I am going to add another record type to our environment, add a subgrid to the view we created in the second video, demonstrate how to link properties, and create drop-downs. If you remember, in our last video, we created the equipment and employee record types, as well as a view for each of them. In this session, I want to start by showing you how to create and add a drop-down list to a property. Let's start by creating a new record type that will hold all of the data in our drop-down. We're going to call this record type List Equipment Type, and then I'm going to add several properties that will include type, description, and serial number. The serial number will be an integer and will populate our auto numbering field. And now that the record type is created, we can build a view in order to populate some records. So we'll quickly build a view, bring over all of the properties. I'm going to update my view by removing the items we don't need. And now we can go in and add a couple of records. So now that we have created the record type and the view, we've also populated the record type with a couple of records, we can now add a property to our equipment record type for equipment type. This property will be linked to the list equipment type by adding it to the drop-down source. So now that we've created the new property, let's add that new property to the view we created in the last video. So if we open the equipment view, we can add the equipment type property. We can then move it in the grid so that the column falls where we want it to. And now if we open that view, we can take a look at that new property and see the records we added to that property. So we can add a few equipment types to our current records. Now, let's add the equipment view as a subgrid to our employee view in order to link or assign specific pieces of equipment to each employee. To do this, let's start by opening the employee view and turning on design mode. We can now go right in and drag the equipment view onto the employee view. And from here, we can rearrange any of the buttons or other items on the view so that it looks the way we want it to. And once we've rearranged the buttons, we can go in and edit the view. In order to link this view to the employee view, we can set it to be a related view and so that it listens to the employee view. Now, let me go in and demonstrate how this works. So if we add a new record to our subgrid, notice how the Assign To automatically populates with the employee ID. If we add another record, the Assign To again automatically populates with the employee ID. Now, if we click on a different employee, notice that this employee has no equipment assigned to them. But if we go back to Nancy, she has the two pieces that we added to her. Now, to show you how this link happens, I want to create another view for managing our pieces of equipment. So I'm going to quickly go in and create a new view with our equipment record type. I'm going to update the record type by removing the items that I don't need. And I can go in and rearrange the columns again to make it line up the way that I want. Now, if we save our changes and expand our view, we can sort it by the assigned to and see all of the equipment we've assigned to individual employees. And that is how easy it is to add drop-downs and subgrids to our view, creating parent-child relationships between records. In our fourth Getting Started video, we are going to look at creating pop-ups, creating a selection view, and calling remote action chains. Thanks for watching. For more information, check out our support page at DataVoke.com.